First of all, I'd like to thank you for being up here. I know it's difficult to talk to us, specifically now since you don't know what question I'm going to ask. But I live just south of the university at SUU, and you probably know just recently they changed a whole bunch of zoning laws. There was this idea that, this is how free market systems work, and I really like what's been going on as far as dialogue here as far as free markets. But their whole idea was, hey, we're going to change the zoning laws because, hey, we have this need. So they just crushed all the residents there that have lived by the zoning laws, whether you agree or don't agree, they live by those laws, but then they changed them for a specific group of people, the Iron County Homeowners Association, Home Builders Association, excuse me, and then the SUU president, and also his poll, as well as the city, we're having talks.
Okay, let's get to a question,
so,
okay?
How would you have handled that differently rather than ramrodded zones to fit SUU's vision?
Tyler?
The joys of being first. I have talked to many of the people that live and have lived near the university for several decades. This is one of the issues where there is, I don't think there's a perfect solution, but some of the things, I do think we need to have a broader community discussion. I don't think the current zone does quite what we want it to do. Because the fact of the matter is, right now, our students that attend SUU, not all of them have the option of living near the university. Almost none of them have the option of working near the university, and really none of them have the option to shop near the university, which requires that we bring our junk car from mom and dad's house to Cedar City, gunk up the roads, and increase traffic. And until, having lived in Iowa City and other walkable towns, until we have a broader discussion about what it means to have our students be able to live, sleep, study, work, and shop all within walking distance of the university, we're going to constantly have congestion issues, we're going to have parking issues, and we may still have those, but we do need to have a broader discussion about allowing more people to meet those needs within a walking distance of the university, and I think we'll see a lot of the problems associated go away. Now, how do we reconcile that with people living there? How do we create a more balanced approach? That's the question, but I would like to have those hard discussions.
All right, thank you. Adam?
So I sit, as a member of the Planning Commission, I sat in on all those meetings, the SHD zone that affects that neighborhood and all those citizens that live there. The biggest thing that we need to do is we need the university to be a better neighbor. The university president told the city council that every parking lot that they have is a holding place for a future building, and they will not build parking. And that is the wrong attitude for a growing university. They are therefore pushing all of that parking out into the neighborhoods. They're forcing our citizens to live with the additional traffic on the roads, the additional parked cars in front of their homes, because they want to grow. They need to be a better neighbor. They need to acknowledge the fact that there is a parking problem and a congestion problem around the university, and they need to remedy it. And the city needs to lead that discussion because this is our town. The SHD zone is not a perfect solution to the problem, but it is a problem. The fact is that we need the student populace to be housed around the university. But going in and hurting the citizens of that area was never the intention. And I think with any government interaction, there's always unintended consequences. So I think that it could be looked at, and if it needs to be changed or modified, I think we could do that. But I think what they did was necessary. That there needed to be something done to allow for higher density home or higher density living for students around the university.
All right, thank you. Don?
I feel for you, man, because I really do think that the city ramrod that thing down your throat and forced homeowners in that area to adapt to something that they weren't ready to get onto. I agree wholeheartedly with Adam. The university is not upholding their end of the thing by continuing to eliminate parking lots and build more classrooms. They've got to have a balance in their life as well as the city does in their life. We've got to be able to understand that without parking, how many college students do you know come to college here at Cedar City without a vehicle? How many are actually on bicycles all the time? Not a lot. So because of that, you know, if they're going to build more dormitories, they still got to have the parking requirements or whatever it is to be able to support dormitories as well.
All right. Any rebuttals from anyone on this? All right. Yeah. Oh, we have a rebuttal and then a comment, I guess.
I would just like to add, so what Don said about students not bringing cars. One of the major issues is our current zoning. We make it impossible for them not to bring the car. Their life is. My wife went a year at SUU without a car, and it was miserable. And we need to look at more ways to allow more necessity-type amenities closer to the university so that we can have more students leave their cars at home. And hopefully, if at that point the demand is lessened on our parking lots, we can turn those into more productive spaces.
Okay. Any other rebuttals? I had a comment back here.
I wasn't planning on coming to do this. I've only lived in Cedar for a little over a year. After 33 years in Georgia, children attend Georgia Tech University, which is downtown Atlanta. Freshmen are not allowed to bring cars or to park cars on campus. The university's decided to do that. Atlanta's a big place, and people, it's much more of a problem than we have here. I agree that the university has to step up with their planning and not just expect the city to bow to what they say.
All right. Thank you.